What if someone suddenly asked you a question in English and you could answer immediately? No translation, no long pause, no panic, just a natural answer. That is the skill we are going to build today. Welcome to day 3 of the 10-day Fluently Speaking Challenge. If you completed day 1 and day 2, you have already started training your English speaking muscles. But today, we are going to take another step forward. Today is not only about repeating sentences. Today I want you to think. I want you to listen to a question and create your own answer. Because real English conversations are unpredictable. Nobody gives you the exact sentence you practiced yesterday. Someone asks you a question and you need to respond. Sometimes you have only a few seconds. That's why today's practice is very important. And remember our golden rule. Don't just listen, speak. Say the sentences out loud. Pause when I ask you a question. Don't be afraid of mistakes. Your goal today is not perfect English. Your goal is faster, more natural English. So take a deep breath, relax, and let's begin day 3. Repeat after me. I am ready to speak English. I am ready to challenge myself. I don't need to know every word. I can use simple English. I can express my ideas. I can answer questions. I can keep a conversation going. I don't need to translate everything. I can think in English. I am becoming more confident every day. I will keep practicing. Excellent. Now let's warm up. I will give you a sentence, repeated naturally, not like a robot. I had a busy day today. Again, I had a busy day today. Now make it more natural. I had a pretty busy day today, but I managed to get most of my work done. Repeat. I had a pretty busy day today, but I managed to get most of my work done. Good. Now another one. I am tired. Make it longer. I'm a little tired because I had a busy day, but I feel good because I was able to finish my work. Excellent. This is what we are going to practice today, taking a simple idea and developing it. Let's try another one. I like coffee. Now expand it. I like coffee because I enjoy the taste and it helps me feel more awake in the morning. I usually drink a cup when I start my day. Good. Now you understand the pattern. First, give the basic answer, then explain why, then add a little detail. This simple pattern can help you speak much longer. Let's practice with some questions. What is your favorite food? Pause the video, answer in one sentence first. Now make your answer longer. Say what the food is, say why you like it, say when you usually eat it, say who you usually eat it with. For example, my favorite food is biryani. I love it because it is flavorful and filling. I usually eat it when my family has a special meal or when we celebrate something. I especially enjoy eating it with my family. Now you. What is your favorite food? Speak. Good. Next question. What is your favorite place? Pause. Think. Now answer. Maybe you like your hometown. Maybe you like the beach. Maybe you like a quiet park. Maybe you like your bedroom. There is no correct answer. Say, my favorite place is, and then explain why. My favorite place is the beach because I love the sound of the waves. I find it peaceful and relaxing. Whenever I visit the beach, I feel like I can forget about my daily problems for a while. Excellent. Now let's practice something very important. Giving reasons. Whenever someone asks you why, you don't want to say only because I like it. You want to give a little more information. Here are some useful expressions. Because it is interesting, because it is relaxing, because it helps me learn, because it makes me happy, because it saves time, because it is convenient, because I enjoy it, because I find it useful, because it gives me an opportunity to learn something new. Repeat them. Because it is interesting, because it is relaxing, because it helps me learn, because it makes me happy, because it saves time, because it is convenient, because I enjoy it, because I find it useful, because it gives me an opportunity to learn something new. Very good. Now let's practice them. Why do you like watching movies? Answer. I like watching movies because they help me relax after a busy day. I also enjoy learning new expressions from English movies. Sometimes I watch movies with my friends or family, which makes the experience even more enjoyable. Excellent. Now another question. Why are you learning English? Pause. Give your own answer. Now listen to this example. I'm learning English because I want to communicate more confidently. English can help me connect with people from different countries, understand more content online, and create new opportunities for myself. I know becoming fluent will take time, but I'm willing to practice every day. Repeat the most important sentence. I know becoming fluent will take time, but I'm willing to practice every day. Again. I know becoming fluent will take time, but I'm willing to practice every day. Excellent. Now let's practice quick answers. I will ask you a question. You have only a few seconds. Don't overthink. Ready? What did you eat for breakfast? Pause. What time did you wake up? Pause. What did you do yesterday? Pause. What are you doing right now? Pause. What are you going to do tonight? Pause. What do you usually do on weekends? Pause. What makes you happy? Pause. What makes you nervous? Pause. What is one thing you want to improve? Pause. What is one place you want to visit? Pause. Excellent. Even if some of your answers were short, that's okay. The important thing is that you responded. Now, we're going to make those responses longer. Let's take the question, what did you eat for breakfast? A short answer is, I had eggs. A better answer is, I had eggs and toast for breakfast. A natural answer is, I had eggs and toast for breakfast. I also had a cup of coffee. It was a simple breakfast, but it gave me enough energy to start my day. See the difference? You don't need difficult words. You simply add information. Now you try. What did you have for breakfast? Give me 3 sentences. Go ahead. Excellent. Now let's practice talking about your morning. Start with I woke up at, then after I woke up, then then after that, then finally. Here is an example. I woke up at 7 this morning. After I woke up, I brushed my teeth and took a shower. Then I got dressed and had breakfast. After that, I checked my phone for a few minutes and started working. Finally, I made a plan for the rest of the day. Now you, tell me about your morning. Speak for 30 seconds. Don't stop. Good. Now let's move into a real conversation. Imagine you meet someone at a coffee shop. They say, "Hi, is this seat taken?" You say, "No, go ahead." They sit down. They ask, "Are you waiting for someone?" You say, "Yes, I'm waiting for a friend. He should be here in a few minutes." They ask, "Do you come here often?" You say, "Sometimes. I like this place because it's quiet and comfortable." They ask, "What do you usually order?" You say, "I usually order coffee, but sometimes I try something different." They ask, "Are you working or studying?" You say, "I'm working right now, but I'm also trying to improve my English." They ask, "Really? How are you practicing?" You say, "I listen to English conversations, repeat useful sentences, and try to speak every day." Excellent! Now imagine the same conversation continues. They ask, "What do you find difficult about English?" You say, "I think speaking is the most difficult part for me. Sometimes I know what I want to say, but I need a few seconds to organize my thoughts." They ask, "Do you feel nervous when you speak?" You say, "Sometimes I do, especially when I speak with someone who is very fluent, but I'm trying not to worry about mistakes." They ask, "What's your goal?" You say, "My goal is to speak naturally and confidently. I don't need to sound perfect. I just want to express myself clearly." Excellent! That is a real conversation. Notice how the answers are not complicated, they are just connected. Now let's practice another real life situation. Imagine someone asks, "How was your weekend?" Don't say, "Good." Say, "My weekend was pretty good. I had some free time, so I relaxed at home and watched a movie. I also spent some time with my family. On Sunday, I went outside for a while and enjoyed the weather." Now you, how was your weekend? Speak. Good. Now imagine someone asks, "What did you do last weekend?" Start with last weekend, then, after that, later, in the evening, finally. Excellent. Now let's practice talking about future plans. Someone asks, "What are you planning to do this weekend?" You can say, "This weekend I am planning to relax and spend some time with my family. I also want to practice English and maybe watch an English movie. If the weather is good, I might go outside for a while."
This weekend, I am planning to relax. I also want to practice English. I might watch an English movie. If the weather is good, I might go outside. Good. Now let's practice the phrase, I might. I might go out. I might stay home. I might watch a movie. I might call my friend. I might study tonight. I might travel next month. I might try something new. This is a very useful expression because you don't always know exactly what you are going to do. Now let's practice I'm planning to. I'm planning to study. I'm planning to travel. I'm planning to start a new project. I'm planning to improve my English. I'm planning to wake up early tomorrow. I'm planning to spend more time reading. Excellent. Now let's talk about problems. Real conversations often involve problems. Someone asks, "What is the biggest problem you have when learning English?" Pause. Answer. Maybe you say, "I forget words." Now make it longer. Sometimes I forget words when I'm speaking. I may know the word when I see it, but I can't remember it quickly during a conversation. That's why I'm trying to practice speaking more often. Excellent. Another problem. I don't understand fast English. Make it longer. Sometimes I have trouble understanding fast English. When people speak very quickly, I may miss some words. I'm trying to improve by listening to natural conversations every day. Excellent. Another problem. I'm afraid of making mistakes. Make it longer. Sometimes I'm afraid of making mistakes when I speak English. I worry that other people might notice my grammar or pronunciation, but I'm learning that mistakes are a normal part of the process, so I'm trying to focus more on communication. Very good. Now I want you to remember something. When you speak English, don't search for the perfect word. Search for a word that communicates your meaning. For example, if you forget the word delicious, you can say, "The food tastes really good." If you forget exhausted, say, "I am very tired." If you forget purchase, say, "I want to buy it." Simple English is powerful. Don't make your speaking difficult. Make it clear. Now let's practice paraphrasing. I will give you a sentence. You will say the same idea in a different way. I am exhausted. You can say, I am really tired. Next, I purchased a new phone. You can say, I bought a new phone. Next, I am unable to attend. You can say, I can't come. Next, I am extremely happy. You can say, I am really happy. Next, I don't understand what you mean. You can say, I don't understand. Excellent. This skill is extremely important for fluency because sometimes you don't know the exact word, but if you can explain the idea another way, you can keep the conversation going. Now, let's practice a complete 1-minute answer. The question is, what is your typical day like? Pause the video. Speak for 1 minute. Use these ideas. When you wake up, what you do in the morning, your work or study, your afternoon, your evening, what you do before bed. Go ahead. Now, listen to an example. My typical day starts fairly early. I usually wake up in the morning, get ready, and have breakfast. Then I start my work or study. I try to stay focused and finish the most important things first. Around lunchtime, I take a break and have something to eat. In the afternoon, I continue working and try to finish everything I need to do. In the evening, I usually relax for a while. Sometimes I watch a movie, listen to music, or talk to my friends. I also try to spend some time practicing English because improving my speaking is one of my goals. Before going to bed, I usually think about what I need to do the next day. Very good. Now it is your turn again. This time, don't copy the example. Talk about your actual life. You have 1 minute. Start now. Excellent. You are doing great. Now, let's make the challenge harder. I'm going to give you a topic. You have 10 seconds to think, then speak for 30 seconds. Topic 1. Your favorite person. Think, speak. Topic 2. Your favorite place. Think, speak.
Topic 3. A memorable day. Think, speak. Topic 4. Something you want to learn. Think, speak. Topic 5.
Your biggest dream. Think, speak. Excellent! If you completed those 5 topics, you just practiced something very important. Speaking without preparing every sentence. That's exactly how you become more comfortable. Now let's talk about your dreams. Imagine someone asks, "Where do you see yourself 5 years from now?" Pause. Think. Now answer. Here is an example. 5 years from now, I hope to be more confident, successful, and experienced. I want to improve my communication skills and become fluent in English. I also want to learn new skills and create better opportunities for myself. I know I can't predict everything about the future, but I want to keep moving forward. Now repeat, I want to keep moving forward. Again, I want to keep moving forward. Excellent! Now let's practice confidence phrases. Repeat, I can handle difficult conversations. I can ask questions. I can explain my ideas. I can ask someone to repeat themselves. I can speak slowly. I can take my time. I can correct myself. I can use simple words. I can keep talking. I can learn from my mistakes. I can become better with practice. Excellent! Now here's a very useful phrase for real conversations. Could you say that again, please? Repeat, could you say that again, please? Another, could you speak a little more slowly, please? Repeat, could you speak a little more slowly, please? Another, I'm sorry, I didn't catch that. Repeat, I'm sorry, I didn't catch that. Another, let me think for a moment. Repeat, let me think for a moment. Another, what do you mean? Repeat, what do you mean? These phrases can save you when you don't understand something. And remember, asking someone to repeat themselves is not a weakness. It is communication. Now let's have one final conversation. Imagine I meet you for the first time. I say, "Hi, nice to meet you. How are you doing?" You answer. I say, "That's good. So, where are you from?" You answer. I say, "What do you do?" You answer. I say, "What do you usually do in your free time?" You answer. I say, "What is something you really enjoy?" You answer. I say, "Why do you enjoy it?" You answer. I say, "What is something you want to improve?" You answer. I say, "Why is that important to you?" You answer. I say, "What are you planning to do about it?" You answer. I say, "That's great. What is your biggest goal?" You answer. I say, "Do you think you can achieve it?" You answer. And finally, I say, "Why?" Now give me your strongest answer. Speak with confidence. Don't stop. Excellent! You have just completed one of the most important exercises in this challenge. You didn't just repeat English, you created English. That's a huge difference. Now let's review what you practiced today. You practiced answering questions. You practiced giving reasons. You practiced talking about the past. You practiced talking about the present. You practiced talking about the future. You practiced giving opinions. You practiced talking about problems. You practiced paraphrasing. You practiced real conversations. And most importantly, you practiced speaking without preparing every sentence. This is how fluency grows, one conversation at a time, one sentence at a time, one day at a time. Now it's time for your Day 3 challenge. Today, I want you to record yourself speaking English for 5 minutes. Use your phone. You don't need anyone else. Choose 5 topics. Talk about yourself. Talk about your daily routine. Talk about something you did recently. Talk about your future plans. And talk about one dream you have. Record your voice. Then listen to it. Don't criticize yourself. Don't feel embarrassed. Just notice what you can improve. Maybe you speak too fast. Maybe you pause too much. Maybe you repeat the same word. Maybe your pronunciation needs practice. That's okay. Tomorrow, try again. Your goal is not to become perfect today. Your goal is to become 1% better. Now repeat these final sentences with me. I can speak without translating everything. I can answer questions. I can give my opinion. I can explain my ideas. I can keep a conversation going. I can use simple English. I can find another way to say something. I don't need perfect vocabulary. I don't need perfect grammar. I need confidence and practice. I am improving every day. I am becoming a better English speaker. I will keep going. I will not give up. I will become fluent. Take a deep breath. You completed Day 3. Be proud of yourself. You are not waiting to become a fluent English speaker anymore. You are training to become one. Keep practicing, keep speaking, keep listening. And remember, don't wait for confidence before you speak. Speak until confidence comes. I'll see you on Day 4.